in a nurse disguise. White shoes clean, but there's blood in my eyes. Everybody trusts a badge in the vest. Funny how easy fear lives in your chest. I leaned in close, said, you know what's funny? Whole damn city worships power and money. Scammers in suits get praised on TV while they lock poor souls in insanity. Bankers rob millions, keep guffing cigars. Kids steal bread, get cages and scars. And you still wonder why I laugh so loud. I just took the mask off your holy crowd. I don't break the system, I reveal it. Pull one thread and watch them all conceal it. I'm the joke, they try to bury you alive. The grin in the smoke while the rich men hide. Everybody's crooked when survival calls. I just stopped pretending there were rules at all. You call me evil, look around this town. Every saint here still the halo down. I'm just honest enough to say it plain. Everybody's running some kind of game. Harvey looking at me half dead, half gone, like he finally heard the real damn song. I told him people only love you when you play their part. One bad day and they tear you apart. Doctors fake care for a paycheck line. New cells panic every single night. Church folk pray while they sharpen knives. Everybody's hustling double lives. And me, I quit pretending to be polite. Now I dance through the chaos every night. No fake smile, no savior disguise. Just gasoline, truth, and carnival lies. Down the hallway, beautiful sound. That's what truth feels like, raining down. Everybody's scrambling, ash in the sky. Meanwhile I'm laughing like I get outside. I'm the crack in the mirror you can't erase. The voice in the dark saying look at this place. Scammers and cons built every wall. I'm just the one who exposed it all. So light that fuse, let the skyline spin. World full of crooks and I fit right in. White coat fluttering through the falling dust. You built this madness, I just broke the trust.
What up, everybody? How we doing? Big shout out to Lady K for sending everybody my way. Appreciate you for that, Lady K. Shout out to you. Lady K, if you could drop your link in chat for me, please, I'd appreciate that. Lady K covering some pretty cool stuff right now, you guys. You guys better go check it out. Just saying. No, but shout out to you. Thank you for that redirect. I appreciate you. So, got some interesting things to talk about this evening. I got some panel guests in the back right now. Hold on real quick. I'm going to let my my co-host, Mr. Case Studies. What up, Case?
Hey, what's up, brother?
How are you? What's up? What's up? What's up? Thank you for joining me this evening and you know, helping me out. I know you have some questions as well, so that was kind of another reason why I was like, all right, you know, let's do this, you know? So,
yes. Yeah.
Yeah. What up, Lily? I see you in chat. I see everybody in chat. Shout out to you guys. Big shout out real quick to A1. Thank you, A1.
Yeah. Ghost, your volume is a little low. Your volume is a little low. Yeah.
All right, hold on. Hold on. Oh, it's because it's on automatically adjust. Yeah, we don't do that around here. There, that should be a little bit better.
It's a lot better. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. Okay. Yeah, it does that. So for some reason, my mic settings, it likes to turn on automatically adjust once in a while, and I can't do that. So yeah, thank you for letting me know. I appreciate that. Big shout out to A1. Thank you, A1, for being a member for 21 months. OG of the channel right there, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out A1. I appreciate you. Thank you, A1. Yeah, so we've got a lot of stuff to discuss this evening. Let me get caught up with chat. Let me turn chat on for you guys watching on TV. See, I'm getting better. I'm remembering. I'm evolving slowly. No, Mike. What?
No, you're good. I can hear you.
I know. It's good. All right. So I don't want to I don't want to take a whole lot of time with the introduction of the show. You guys know I normally do like a 10-15 minute thing. Our guest this evening is in back chat, and I don't want to keep them waiting too long. So I just want to say thank you this evening. Thank you guys for showing up this evening and listening to Rebecca's story and what she has to say. There is a link pinned at the bottom of your chat right now. If you guys go look on your YouTube side, look at the bottom of your chat, top of your chat, whatever it is, Rebecca's link is pinned. If I could have you guys go over there and just sub up to Rebecca and just see what she's all about, I would appreciate it, and I know she would appreciate it as well. Let me go ahead and give a shout out to Manda. Thank you, Manda, for the 5. Come over from watching Cases live to show support. Hope you all have a fantastic life. I won't be in chat. Well, we appreciate you, Manda. Thank you for stopping in, and thank you for that. I appreciate you for that. All right. So I do have to play a couple real quick things this evening. So everybody try and, we're going to try and be respectful in chat. You guys know the rules. There's really only 2 rules. Where am I going here? Hold on. I'm looking for something, guys. Give me 2 seconds. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and play this for you guys, and then we're going to jump over to the other side of StreamYard. I'm going to play something else for you guys, and then we're going to bring Rebecca up, and I'm going to give the show to Rebecca. Rebecca can say what she wants, how she feels, however she likes. It could get, Rebecca could say some things that some people may not like, so I can't help that. Trigger warning to everybody. She's allowed to say what she wants here. She's got a voice. I'm not here to take away Rebecca's voice like Toddie tried to, which is what we'll be discussing this evening. So let's go ahead with the show, shall we?
Fair warning. Opinions on this show are unbiased, unscripted, and occasionally unhinged. The views of guests are their own and don't always align with the hosts. Not everything said here is meant to be taken seriously. We're here for the discussion, the debate, and the chaos.
And before I bring my guest up, I do have a meme for the mods. Mods, this one's for you. Thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome to the stage the one, the only, Rebecca. What is going on, Rebecca? Hold on. There we go. What's up, Rebecca?
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing all right. How about yourself?
Wonderful.
Hey, Rebecca.
Hi.
It's good to talk to you.
Yeah, for sure.
So, before I came on here, I was just watching some things, and I learned something new about myself from Toddie and Milk, Honey, and Mayhem. They think I may have a drinking problem and could possibly have a DUI. Can you imagine that?
Wow.
That's kind of how people are online.
Yeah. But I don't.
If they can't find nothing on you, they're going to make it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to see the receipt on that. I don't think they could.
Yeah, I don't think you ever will see a receipt for that one, Rebecca.
Hey, I'm still waiting on the receipts of me stalking those women in California.
Might be waiting for a while, my friend.
So I don't know. I don't know where to start. I never.
Well, let me go ahead. Let's start out by if you could just tell everybody a little bit about yourself, if you will. You can dive into whatever you feel like diving into. And then we'll go into like how you met Toddie, and that kind of stuff. So if you just want to tell everybody, because I know there's some people here. I've got a lot of people from a lot of different communities here that kind of intermingle here. So if just tell people a little bit about yourself, how you came to YouTube. Go into as much or as little detail as you like. The floor is basically yours. Yeah.
Well, I actually, all of everything started on Facebook when my daughter was dealing with my grandson's biological father abusing him. You know, she would get in these, I guess, like mom groups on Facebook and talk about it and say, like, what would you guys do if, you know, you had a suspicion of this or that, whatever, you know. And then when everything happened and, you know, my grandson was murdered by his father, my daughter created a Justice for Corey Facebook group. And, you know, I was on Facebook. I didn't know much about making a group or what it was even going to do. Like, I had no clue, you know, I had no idea what would happen and how it would work. And, you know, so I would participate like in conversations and, you know, things that were happening in the group, but I didn't have any control of the group and I didn't quite understand how everything worked. And, you know, so we met a lot of different people from, you know, YouTube and Facebook and just people from different media outlets. And, you know, my daughter would mostly do interviews and I kind of was just like behind the scenes. I didn't really, you know, do much. Yeah. And that's how Toddie, you know, we came to know of Toddie. I've never met her personally, but she reached out, not in the beginning when everything happened, but at the very end during my grandson's murder trial. Toddie reached out to, I guess, the Facebook group or my daughter somehow. And, you know, so that's how that got started.
Let me ask you a quick question, if I can just interject real quick. Now, when she did reach out, was it reaching out to give you condolences or anything like that, or reaching out saying, you know, I'm so sorry for your story and this and that, or was it more reaching out to try and get quote unquote information?
You know, I really don't know because I don't know who she reached out to, like if it was my daughter or one of the moderators or, you know, I'm assuming it was, I mean, she's a content creator. Why else would she reach out? You know,
right.
She wanted to cover the story. Don't get me wrong. I do think she, you know, was sincere and, you know, I'm not saying that, you know, she wasn't, but it's not like she just reached out to offer condolences and we didn't hear from her again. She wanted to cover the story. I mean, that's what she does.
How did you guys get in direct communication though? Like, when did that start?
It was at some point during the murder trial. I guess it would have been in 2024, maybe. Unfortunately, I'm not good with exact dates. I don't know if Mindy's in the chat, but she might know when the trial started. I just don't have much of a mind left, so I can't remember certain dates. But specifically, I recall Toddie wanting to get a statement from us after sentencing, which would have been August 2nd of 2024. She wanted that to go on live on her show. She wanted to get the first interview, I guess that you would call it.
Right.
And of course, we were willing to tell anybody the story. We wanted it out there. So, you know, anybody that reached out, we were always willing to tell the story so it, you know, would be heard all over. You know, so it just happened that, you know, my daughter's obviously a lot younger than myself and Toddie. So, you know, there were certain people that my daughter kind of gravitated towards in the group. And then those that were closer to my age that I kind of took charge of. Do you know what I mean? So it was like, okay, mom's going to deal with Toddie and I'm going to hang out with, or whatever. I mean, that's
right.
Just,
no, I get that totally. Yeah.
And, so it wasn't like, I had this friendship with Toddie. I was just the person that would, answer if she wanted to cover something, or, that became my role in all of that. And, so that's how we came to know Toddie and many other people, that we still talk to.
Okay. So after getting in touch with Toddie and everything like that, would you say you guys became friends?
I mean,
was you ever at one time friends?
I guess, I mean, I guess you could say, I mean, we never met, like I said, but, we did talk like a few minutes prior to doing the live streams on, Mondays. And I can't say that I followed all of her stuff because I just wasn't really on YouTube. I didn't know how to use it. Still don't.
I'm sorry. I was just gonna ask. I don't know if this is too early in the conversation, but I was gonna ask, how did that come about? The Monday recovery show with you and Toddie. What was the origin of that? Like, what, how did that happen?
Well, a year after my grandson was murdered, I lost my son to a fentanyl overdose, and
So sorry.
Jesus, I'm so sorry.
I wanted to talk about it, and Toddie gave me the platform to talk about it, and I was grateful. So we decided that we did this one show, and I believe it was on a Monday. I don't remember the exact, but it was just, it was something that I thought, wow, I could do this weekly and talk to other people going through this, and she invited me to do it on her platform, on her YouTube channel. I didn't have a channel. My channel's a year old in June. I started it a year ago. And, so I just started doing the Monday morning talk with Toddie. And we covered, addiction, recovery, just that's what we talked about.
Were you aware going into that show, the recovery show with her, were you aware of, her, smoking weed, or the fact that she, openly had admitted like that she goes to pain management clinics or any of that stuff? Because I was talking about that on my live stream briefly earlier, and somebody made the comment, they were like, oh, everybody smokes weed. I was like, well, yeah, but they're not hosting recovery shows,
Right.
So I was just curious. I mean, were you aware of any of that? I mean, like, there's been a lot of streams where she didn't seem very, I'll be respectful and say coherent,
Right. I wasn't aware that she, did that, the smoking, and definitely not aware of the pain management. I became aware of it, but then I thought to myself, well, who am I to tell her what she can do on her channel? So I just kind of didn't say anything because I was just grateful to be able to be heard, and it became a problem when people were reaching out to me, friends of mine, saying, wow, what a hypocrite you are. You're doing this recovery and show about addiction, and your host is high as a kite all the time and openly talks about it. And I had to sit there and think like, yeah, they're right. And I had already been thinking that, but when somebody else pointed it out, I really heard what they said. That was bothersome to me. And, so for several months before I parted ways with the Monday mornings, I thought about it, didn't know how I was going to do it because I felt really bad because after all, she did give me the opportunity. So I kind of felt bad. And when I would plan to do it, I couldn't do it. I don't like confrontation too much. And, I finally just had to part ways, but I tried to do it in a way that nobody's feelings got hurt. But I guess Toddie wouldn't allow me to do it that way. And, so it ended up where we are
So,
now.
yeah. So, okay. So that's where, okay. And that's where I have some questions as well. When at any one time did Toddie ever come to you and be like, hey, Rebecca, I think you should start your own channel and, I can help push your channel so that way, I can teach you how to do this stuff, because obviously Toddie knows how to stream and everything like that. So she has the knowledge to share, with you if you were unsure how to, play this or do that or whatever. At any one time, was she ever like, no, Rebecca, instead of, you coming on my show or you doing this on my show, let's work on getting you something done, because I think I can push your channel and we can really get some networking done or something like that. Did that ever occur? Like, did she ever say that at all?
Not so much, like networking or anything. She offered to help me out if I got stuck or had questions. And, she did show me how to use like StreamYard or whatever, or kind of explained it to me. But like I said, I don't absorb a lot of things. So it was very difficult for me. And, but if I had a question, she would try to help me out, although she was never subscribed to my channel, which I thought was a little weird. But I never had the balls to ask her why. I felt kind of embarrassed to say, hey, why aren't you, watching my stuff? Or, why aren't you subscribed? I never had the nerve really to ask her.
I think I can.
Wait, so she wasn't even subscribed?
No.
Are you kidding me, right?
No.
Wow, you're kidding. That is, dude, come on now.
She comes across as somebody that just uses people and discards them. Like she does. She 100% just uses people to her own advantage. And you see that. Excuse me, I got something in my throat, you guys. I'm sorry, I keep coughing. I keep muting myself. But you see that in her patterns of behavior, that she will attach herself to whoever. It doesn't matter, as long as they serve her to an extent, she will use them for as much as she can, get out of them.
So real quick here, Mindy says in chat, Toddie wanted you to cancel your channel, basically.
She did after I started it. I mean, I don't have a lot of subscribers, and that's okay. It's like, I'm not making any money, and I don't plan to. That's not why I did it. And she just said to me one day, come on, man, like, it's not going anywhere. Why don't you do something funny? Nobody wants to hear this, stuff all the time about your dead grandson. And, and I just was like, oh yeah, like, I'll take that into consideration, or whatever. Like, I'm not a fucking clown. I'm not going to come on here and be funny. That's not me. I mean, I can be funny.
Job. That's my job. I totally, completely, and 1000% understand exactly why you made your channel and support 1000%. Like I said, the link is pinned in chat. You guys, please, I want you guys to click that link and go over and hit the bell, sub up, go like the videos, go show support. That is why that is absolutely wild to me that somebody that says they support you then turns around and says, hey, I'm going to need you to delete your channel because you're taking my views, more or less, without saying it.
I mean, and it's so funny because when I decided to leave the Monday mornings and I was just going to do something on my own, I just figured, because I'm the one who started the Monday mornings with her, so I figured she just wouldn't be doing that anymore. She would, go back to gypsy or whatever she was doing, and
Right.
so it was very shocking to me that she continued to do the recovery on Mondays. But who am I? I can't tell her what to do, right? So I thought, okay, well, that's fine. And I just started doing my own on Tuesdays. And, she was upset with me because of how I ended things. She thought she deserved a phone call and a better explanation. And, I didn't want to come out and say, Toddie, you're talking about weed and you're smoking pot and you're doing this. And,
Yeah.
and I didn't want to say
You
that.
were respectful.
I
You were.
wanted to just end it, and on a, like the way I had imagined things. Okay, we're not going to do Mondays anymore, but if she called me tomorrow, I would have still picked up the phone and talked to her, or something. But it didn't happen that way. And I learned that you don't part ways with Toddie.
No.
She's not going to have that.
Yeah, you were like I watched that whole fallout like limitedly, like from afar, and you conducted yourself with the utmost class, as far as I'm concerned, on the way that you handled that. Because like I would look at your community post, I'm sub to you. I would look at your community posts, and you were like, you had every reason in the world to have gone, where you could have clapped back, or because especially after the shade that she was throwing towards you, but you conducted yourself with a certain level of class, from what I saw. And but so I'm not surprised that Toddie handled it the way that she did, because that's how she handles things in general. She's just not a good person, in my opinion. But yeah.
Yeah, that seems to be the popular opinion. A lot of people seem to feel the same way. And, at the end, when I knew I was pretty much done with her, during the Mondays, I would just kind of sit there because, I felt really wrong, like doing the show, knowing what I then knew. So I would just kind of sit there and not really say a whole bunch. And it's like, she didn't even notice. You think she would be like, hey, man, you okay? Like, what's going on? She didn't notice. And, I can remember one of my very close to the end of, the last few shows we had done, we didn't have anybody coming on to talk and tell their story. And, it got to the point where there was nothing to talk about. So she was playing the video of Tiger Woods getting arrested for DUI or whatever, on Jupiter Island in Florida. And I just said, oh, I worked on Jupiter Island. Those people live by their own set of rules. It's their own little world over there. And she just kind of educated me like I didn't know what I was talking about. And I thought, fuck this. Whatever. And, that's when I knew, yeah, I can't do this anymore. I'm over this. I don't want to do it. And that's when I decided. And, I emailed her, I believe. And, I said it very nicely that I was just going to work on other things, whatever. Thanked her so much for giving me the platform. I really did. I praised her. I didn't say anything bad. I never said negative things about her. And apparently until last week, I was watching AD's live, and somehow in the live chat, somebody brought up Toddie's name, and I couldn't even tell you what was being said. I think somebody said something about, did she disappear, or they hadn't heard anything or seen? I don't even remember. And all I said was, because I had just heard something about Toddie that day on Facebook, Toddie had put a post up or something that she was going to start using Facebook more often. And that's what I wrote in AD's chat. and
Mhm.
she lost her shit on me. I'm stirring
Why?
and because I am stirring the pot. And I can tell you, I innocently said that I happened to see that same day that this was brought up. Like I saw that she was going to start using Facebook more often. I don't think that was stirring the pot, and it
I don't
wasn't.
see how. Yeah.
And she unleashed on me the emails the next morning, like before 7 a.m., flipping out on me. And I was
Most
like,
you can relate to that.
I tried to explain. I said, no, Toddie, I wasn't, stirring the pot. And she was not taking that explanation. And so then she said the gloves are off. So to me, that means, obviously we know what it means because she's done nothing but talk about me since. So here we are.
Now, let me ask you another real quick question. Okay, is there one thing in particular, or was it just a bunch of little things combined that actually caused the split between you and Toddie?
It was several things. It was the not supporting my channel. I don't feel like my channel was a threat to her because I talk about child abuse, murder, and addiction. And I don't talk about other people's child abuse, murder, and addiction. I talk about within my own family. So I don't know why. I don't think I was a threat to her. So I don't know what that's all about. But, it was that, her not really supporting me. And, my ideas were never good enough, or she always had to be the smartest person on panel, and she would just sometimes be very rude to people. And I don't think that when you're asking someone to be a guest on your show that you should be rude and cut them off. I think you should let them talk and then obviously ask questions. But and then her marijuana use. And listen, I know it's legal all over the place. A lot of people smoke pot, but I don't do a addiction show with them.
You don't host recovery. Look, anybody that's been through recovery or gone to an AA meeting or an NA meeting, you're either sober or you're not. And you can say, oh, this is legal, but no. Anybody in recovery knows that. So it is completely absurd. It is. It's absolutely absurd for her to have been hosting a recovery channel. That coupled with her, admitting that she goes to a pain management clinic, and even like that's like saying, oh, it's prescribed, so it's okay. No, you can't do that. It's a bad look, and period. Like you just can't. If you're not gonna convince other people to. I mean, this isn't California sober. Like you're either sober or you're not.
Right. Yeah. So it was a combination of things. And, I just, I didn't, like I said, I didn't part ways with her and plan to talk negative about her. I didn't talk about her at all. But at this point, she seems to, I don't know if she's trying to provoke me, because she needs content. I don't know.
Well,
I don't know what it is.
Sorry. So let's talk about, and I don't want to give too much discussion into it today, but let's talk a little bit about the live stream, which we obviously, me and you discussed a little bit through email about today. My personal opinion on what we're seeing right now is you'll notice Toddie brings guests up when talking about certain creators, such as Milk, Honey, and Mayhem, or Jamie, whatever people call her.
Right.
It's almost like she's bringing those individuals to back up her story. Toddie can never stand on her own and say, this is what I believe, unless she thinks the case is truthy magoo. That's the only time she'll ever do that. And then she's got to resort to other creators supporting her, which is sad. But the point I'm trying to make here is I think what she's doing now is she feels like because you made one comment, right? You made one simple comment. It's not like you were there, and not like it was a defamatory comment. It was a or defamatory. Sorry,
You
or it
said
was
deformatory.
defamatory. I know. Take it easy. Defamatory comment, or an ugly comment, or anything like that. It was just simply, I heard she was basically being on YouTube, or being on Facebook, correct?
Right. That's exactly what I said. She screenshotted it, sent it to me, and I kept waiting to see if I was missing something. And that is what made her so mad.
Which nobody would have even known about or seen, or even if they had given a shit about. So it's kind of weird hill to die on. But
I personally took that stream today, and this is my personal opinion. You can take it or leave it, take it for what it's worth. It's not worth much, but I feel like she was making threats towards you.
Yeah.
I think you kind of feel the same way as well. I mean, you've told me some things where it's almost like she's using things as blackmail against you. Wrong or correct?
That's how I'm taking it, emails and private conversations and, things like that, that she is, I guess, planning to reveal at some point. But see, there's one thing Toddie doesn't know about me, because I don't come off like a, aggressive, whatever kind of person. But anything that I said to her in confidence about other people I would tell that to the person's face. I'm not a wimp. I mean, if I said it, I'll admit I said something. So I don't know what it is, that she's going to reveal. Not really concerned about it. I really don't need the drama, but I'm kind of used to drama, so I'll handle it. But I think she should be very, very careful of just how far she pushes me.
Yeah, because I'm gonna be honest with you. I think at some point, her threatening to use emails or screenshots or whatever she has, she's trying to exploit, what's happened to you and your situation and what's been going on. I mean, honestly, regardless of what you said, which was absolutely meaningless, it meant nothing. There's no way that Toddie was waiting for you to say something in 80s chat personally. That was her, yes, that was her reason to attack you. And once she had the reason, obviously, now she's making the threats like we see. She's trying to bully you more or less. And I totally got that from today's live stream. She's over there like cracking jokes about me and everything and saying off the wall stuff about me, off the wall stuff about Case, and she's yelling and screaming into her mic. She's obviously triggered as hell right now, and that's fine. Like you can be triggered. I understand why you're triggered. You're getting exposed, and that's what happens.
Yes, and that's the thing about excuse me, guys. I'm sorry. The thing about her that like I have picked up on, and and Rebecca, I'm sure you've heard all sorts of things about me, and I can tell you that most of them are not true, especially if they came from Toddie. But the thing about Toddie is that what I have picked up on her and her character, like I appreciate you just said, hey, if I get something wrong or if I said something, I'll own up to it. I'll let you know. She's not capable of that. She is not capable of owning up to any misdeeds that she has done, any mistakes that she has made. It is always deflection. It is always, confrontation. This is a woman that has lied repeatedly about giving out my information and not to mention all the other vile, foul things that she's said about me or my family. Posting a photo of my wife's late husband in his hospice bed, all because I called her out on some of her nonsense. She always has to do it this way. It's doxing, it's confrontation, it's attacks, using people for content. She does in every community that she goes to. It's a pattern. It's a pattern, and I can't respect anybody that is incapable of owning up to their own shit.
Right.
Yeah, I agree. And I mean, Hellcase, I've shown these patterns how many different times, right here on this channel. Go back and look at the old live streams. I've showed it over and over, and I've got some old videos. I mean, the pattern's there. It's in front of your guys' eyes. You just have to see it. And
Well, that's how you and me
Toddie-
met. That's how me
Exactly.
and you met,
perfect example. That's how we came across each other, was Toddie just running her mouth about some wild stuff, and lo and behold, like, she's doing the same thing to Case as she's doing me. She's saying, Case has done this and Case has done that. Meanwhile, she's on the other side because she's in all these different communities saying, well, Ghost has done this and Ghost has done that, and it's all not true. None of it's true. You can't prove a bit of it.
Yeah.
Right. She a few months back, before I parted ways with her, she had a falling out with Jamie, Milk, Honey, and Mayhem. And Toddie called me, and we don't usually talk on the phone. And I wasn't going to share this, but, she wants to talk about, look me up, I might have a DUI and stuff. So I'm going to talk. And this is, this actually happened. She called me on the phone and she said, I didn't know what was going on with Toddie and all of you other content creators. I didn't know what was going on behind the scenes because I didn't follow Toddie. I did Monday mornings with her, and that's it. I really wasn't very active. And so I didn't know about the drama. And she said, oh, I got all these people coming at me and I really need Jamie, and we had a falling out. And I said, well, I wanted to ask you what happened to Jamie. She hasn't been in church lately and hasn't been, on any of your lives. What's going on? And Toddie told me. Now, it's funny because Toddie must have known I was going to talk about this tonight because she did her live and brought this to light so she could smooth it over, I guess, with Jamie. Toddie told me that she was supposed to haul her home, her trailer, to sit on Jamie's property, wherever Jamie lives. And Jamie is married to her, Jamie has a wife, and Jamie started getting weird and had feelings for Toddie, but Jamie's not Toddie's type, and Toddie wanted nothing to do with it. And so then Jamie told her, nah, you can't park your trailer here. And Jamie's friend was supposed to pick the trailer up and haul it there and all this. So Toddie told me that Jamie pretty much fucked her. And, now Toddie had nowhere to go and had to stay parked in New York or whatever. That's what I was told. But then Toddie's like, I really need Jamie. She was like my right-hand man, and I need her help with all this shit. All these people are coming after me, and I said, well, all right, let me try to smooth it over between you and Jamie, because I felt bad for her. So I contacted Jamie. And I didn't say that I knew what happened or what Toddie had told me. I just said, Toddie needs you, and you guys were friends and you were good together, and she could really use you right now and whatever. And she said, what's going on? And I said, I don't know, something about Ghost and somebody else. And I didn't know who any of you people were. I didn't watch this stuff, I'm like, they're all ganging up on her and she's really down in the dumps and whatever. So Jamie got in touch with Toddie, and now they're back together. And now I guess Toddie was afraid I was going to tell Jamie what she told me. So now they made light of it like it was a big joke. And now Jamie's saying that Toddie was in love with her. Toddie's saying Jamie was, it's a joke. But see, that's how Toddie is. She thinks, well, I'm smarter than Jamie, so I'm just going to smooth it over and make Jamie think Rebecca was making up shit. And so Jamie has fallen for it. And,
If I may interrupt real quick, you're very
Please
right,
do.
Rebecca.
I have a couple things to say. Please do.
Okay, because what she just said holds a lot of weight with her saying that Toddie feels as though she's smarter than a lot of people, and that was proven in the email that was recent that I Ghost, you saw it. I sent it to you. I've played it on my live stream recently, or was it on Two Guys One Panel? I can't remember.
I think it was Two Guys One Panel. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we showed that where she openly admitted to, orchestrating all this drama and BS that has gone on and made stuff up about Becca and myself, pinning us against each other. And she said, "Oh, well, it's chess. It's not checkers. I played everybody on this." I mean, it's a very incriminating email. It's like, and she said, "My subs ate that shit up." It was some weird shit.
It's downgrading to your subs to say stuff like that, bro. There's okay. So Pippa says, "OMG, I wondered about that." Now, Rebecca, does this have anything to do with a trailer Toddie claimed she was giving the Whitakers?
I know nothing about that. I mean, she couldn't give him her trailer. That's where she lives.
I think it was more. This is wild. I think it was more. Toddie was trying to move her trailer on Jamie's property, and it sounds like there might have been some scissoring going on at one point, and someone's like, "This isn't going to happen." That blows my mind, because honestly, I heard that earlier and I thought they were just joking. I thought it was just a joke, Rebecca.
No, but see, Toddie had to let Jamie in on it because she knew I was going to reveal it, because Toddie knew that I knew what she said about Jamie. And of course, Jamie believes Toddie. She's a loyal follower.
Do you think this is wild for me to say, and this is just hearsay, like we don't know anything on this next question, but this is just opinion. Do you think Toddie would have moved that trailer onto Jamie's land and then tried to basically be the homewrecker, if you will?
Well, from what Toddie said to me, Jamie wasn't her type. And, so she had no interest other than the friendship that they had. And Jamie's complaint was that her current wife is just too old and boring. And this is from Toddie's mouth. I couldn't tell you about Jamie's wife. I didn't even know Jamie had a wife until Toddie said it. And, so I don't know what part of it to believe, but I know that Toddie brought this to light today because she knew I was going to reveal it. And so she had to smooth it over with Jamie, because she can't lose Jamie, because then who is she going to have to fight these battles? What's the other lady? Catherine or Kathy or something. She had this other weirdo. What the hell was her name? I can't think of it. That I had to block her because she got really crazy with me.
Annie's Cross?
No, Janae. Her name was Janae.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I know who you're talking about. Yes, I know exactly who you're talking about. Yeah.
So, there was, I wasn't going to talk about what she told me about Jamie, and I wasn't going to say that, but, gloves are off, and, that was Toddie's words. And if she's going to get on here and talk about, look me up, I might have a DUI, and I follow AD because she was insinuating that I'm some low class whatever, and that's why I'm following AD, and all this other stuff, then you know what, I'm going to talk to. And I didn't want to stoop to her level, but right now I just can't think of anything else. Why not?
I don't think by you telling the truth and what really happened, she let it out today herself. She would have had a complaint, if that would have never been out, but she let it out herself today. You're just telling the truth here. You're letting everyone know what actually happened. I legit, Rebecca, I thought that was a joke. I thought those two were literally joking about, oh yeah, you liked me. Yeah. Oh. That blows it makes total sense though. Sorry, Case, did you have something to say?
Wait, I'm excuse me, I'm a little lost. Wait, so there's like a romantic thing going on with somebody that follows her? Is that what you're saying?
No.
Oh, my bad. Sorry, guys.
Apparently, Toddie claims Jamie wanted more in the relationship. I don't know if that's true. All I know is it didn't happen, and Toddie got mad because Jamie's friend was supposed to pick up Toddie's trailer with his pickup truck and bring it to Jamie's house and park there. And then Jamie said, nah, I can't do that. Can't break up my marriage. Or Toddie said she didn't want to break up her marriage. I don't know. Somebody decided it wasn't going to happen. And I don't even know why I needed to know that, but she did share that with me.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I mean, yeah,
And, you know,
I'm sorry, guys. So what?
Peachy, exactly. Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty
Okay.
much.
That's
Yeah,
got it, got it.
Cliff notes are from Peachy in chat. Jamie says no. Toddie says yes, but plays it like a joke. That's more or less what happened. If it had been Toddie's decision, she'd have been like, never mind. I will avoid from being myself tonight. So wild, guys. All right, so let's Rebecca, do you, and I know you'll answer this honestly, so I don't even really feel like truthfully, do you feel exploited by Toddie and what she did?
You know, when she first asked to cover my grandson's trial and all that, no, I didn't feel that way, because I'm going to tell you something. Toddie, actually, she was still working at the time. I don't know what her job title was, but she made a nice donation, you know, because my daughter wasn't working during trial because we had to be in court, you know, for the whole time. And so she had to take leave from work and she wasn't getting paid. And Toddie donated a substantial amount of money. I don't know. A lot of it was a bonus check that Toddie had gotten from work. And then I think she may have collected money from her subscribers. I don't know. So, you know, when that happened, we were very appreciative. I mean, you know, we didn't know this lady, and, you know, a lot of people were very generous and a lot of people did, you know, similar things, and we were very grateful, you know. So at that time, I didn't feel like, you know, that was the case, because why would she do something like that if it was, you know, if it wasn't real, you know, and genuine. But now, after the fact, I feel like she was done with me. What more could I do for her? You know, and that's how I started to feel like I was just useless to her at this point. My grandson's case is over. You know, the story ended for most people on August 2nd, 2024, when the murderer was sentenced. That the story ended for everybody. And so now, you know, they move on to the next topic. So I kind of feel like, you know, that I don't want to say I feel exploited, but I do feel like maybe manipulated at times. Maybe that's a better word, because I think Toddie thinks I'm really stupid. And, you know, I do come off as a little slow, but I have.
I don't think so. I think you come off as leagues above her, honestly. Just listening to you today, it's the first time I've ever heard you. But I mean, I've heard snippets of you, but like, no, you come across much more concise and intelligent than she does. She rambles, you know.
I would have to agree with that as well. You can you can at least, when you have a topic, you stay on topic. I know I squirrel brain a lot, so I'm one to talk, but at least when you have a topic, you can stick to topic. She goes off on some singing tangents that no one, I mean, I'm not trying to dig, but I am trying to dig. Like, no one wants to hear you sing. Let's talk about the topic and move on.
And I want to add really quick, and like I told Ghost in my email, I'm not looking for sympathy or pity from any of you. But Toddie knows my, I don't even know how to say this the right way. I have after everything, all the trauma that happened, I was diagnosed with, I'm 70% mentally disabled, based on post-traumatic stress disorder and a combination of other things, due to what happened. And Toddie knew this. And for her to do what she's currently doing to me, it's a little hurtful. And I'm
it's
keeping
not hurtful. It's gross. It's just
I don't want to cry, because I don't want to give her the credit of making me, you know, cry, but it's very disgusting, because she knows my situation. But she did make a remark on one of her lives that pretty much that's no excuse for me to do what I'm doing, whatever it is I'm doing, I guess, mentioning that she was on Facebook. But I think it's pathetic. You know, she knows my situation.
I feel that she exploited your situation. And why is it that Toddie and like I've known her now for, gosh, I've known her, oh God, about maybe going on 2 years now. And why is it that I've never once ever seen her take ownership or accountability for anything that she has done or how she has treated other people online? Why is it always someone else's fault? Always a conspiracy. And I feel like she exploited you. She took advantage of this situation. She used you. She discarded you. That's just her pattern. That's her MO. And you're someone that's been through enough. You have been through enough. And you know, it just shows who she is. It's like you don't have to dig too hard to see who the common denominator is when it comes to all this chaos that she wreaks online, because never once is anything her fault, ever. It's always somebody else's.
Right. And I'm noticing that. And, you know, I mean, obviously we all know what the problem is. She's the only one that doesn't seem to know. And her followers, she's like the Charles Manson of YouTube. She's got this cult following, you know, and it's like, it's pretty fucked up because those same people, and I'm not saying all of them, but a lot of them were watching our Monday show. And I thought, well, maybe some of them will come and watch me too on Tuesdays, and they won't, because they cannot do it because their leader will not allow them. And they can say otherwise, but that's why. Because to me, I can follow you, this person, that, whoever I want. Nobody's going to tell me who I can watch. But in her little group, that's how it is. And I know that because, you know, I feel like I'm very surprised that a lot more people didn't come and follow me, because I thought they were truly there for me, you know, and they didn't follow. So I know
hopefully they will now. Hopefully they will now. Ghost, you guys keep dropping her Lincoln channel. Subscribe to Rebecca. You know, but again, Rebecca is someone who's a little, and Ghost is as well. Like people, like we're a little more experienced when it comes to this type of stuff online, and like I get it. Like I get what you're saying. You're like, man, I don't know. Like they have these little followings, these cult followings. You can be the most uneducated, you know, despicable person on planet Earth, but if you have Wi-Fi and you spout off enough, you know, stupid things, there's always going to be some people that will follow you, no matter what. And you can't argue with them, because they're like, crazy doesn't recognize that they're crazy. So, you know, but the majority always wins.
Terramont, real quick, sorry to interrupt, but real quick, Rebecca's channel link is pinned at the bottom of your chat right now. So if you guys could go over, it is also right there, Shazam, in chat as well. So if you want to click that link as well, go over and sub up to Rebecca's channel. Let's get her to 1,000, guys. I'm pretty sure we can at least do that, right?
Easily.
So Rebecca, I asked you if you felt exploited, and you gave your honest opinion, and I fully believe I believe it, and I believe that. Okay, so my opinion is I believe she did exploit you, and here's how. And I'll keep it as simple as I can. Toddie, if she did make a donation, if she did go online, if she did do any of that stuff, it was to get closer to you. I've watched Toddie for a while now, and I see her movements and how she moves, and Toddie is 100%. I can tell you in the friend troll, I'll call it the friend troll chat that I did with Toddie, you can tell 1,000% that she does things for people to snuggle up next to them. And then once she's snuggled up next to them and she's basically drained them for everything they can, you know, all the info, all the whatever she can get out of them, that's when she starts to pull away. And in my personal opinion, she used your story. If money was sent to you, thank God, because you obviously need it. So thankfully she did do that. But I hate to say it, but there was an alternate plan when she did that. It was to snuggle up next to you. And there's always an ulterior motive when it comes to Toddie. There's never a come on camera, smile, say, I hope everyone has a nice day, and then leave. No, she came on camera and smiled because she wanted everyone to know that she has all of her teeth or whatever, No dig against how she looks or anything, but just saying, there's always there's always another motive with Toddie. Ha ha ha.
And if I may add on to that one more thing, and I said this to you, Ghost, in your comment section on your community post that you made earlier today, but there's another creator online that I'm not trying to keep harping on this person, but they're not a well person, right? And Toddie told I'm not going to name who that person is, but it's somebody everybody knows. But she told this person in confidence that she knows Candy's Crust is crazy, and that that they are insane. But she said, I keep her around because she hates Case and goes after him so hard. And I thought that's all I need to know when it comes to Toddie, that she is willing to, it doesn't matter. She will ignore all major red flags about as long as you serve a purpose for her, she's going to take advantage of it, and she's going to expand on it and use it to her advantage. And then when she's done with you, she's done with you. Once you no longer serve that purpose, you're the enemy.
Right.
No, and she's going to expose you. That's her MO every time. I'm going to expose you. Oh, okay, Toddie.
Right. And I also want to mention Toddie was going through some financial issues. I guess it was over the winter, when we were still doing the Mondays together. And, she, like I said, when, my daughter wasn't working during trial, and Toddie had made that donation, when Toddie was going through something, I sent her $250. It wasn't a lot. But I did it because, if you help me, I help you kind of thing. I try to remember those that have done for me. And if I can do it, I'm going to do it, and I helped her out. And, I just, that's what you should do when your friends need help, you help. And, I just never in a million years expected that it would come to where it's at now. Just for me saying that she posted on Facebook that she was going to use Facebook more. I mean, that blows my mind. And what really is really fucked up is her followers. I don't know, guys, but if I went on to my page and said, Toddie was on so-and-so's live and said, I'm going to use my Facebook more, my followers would probably be like, yeah, so. Right. I mean, why is that so bad?
It's not. And if Ghost, real quick, if I may, going back to this whole, you said she was in financial issues and whatnot. I really wanted to address this on this live stream tonight because I was there. I watched this happen in real time. I heard Toddie's live streams in regards to her losing her job. Okay. So she lost her job. And initially she did a live stream and she talked about it. And she said, no, it was not because of, she said, no, it wasn't because of people calling my job, anything like that. She admitted to nodding off, having problems with her boss, or nodding off at work, having issues with her boss, filming content at work. And then she gave this whole 6 degrees separation excuses as to why she was allowed to make content at work or excuses for this or that, whatever. But she initially said, no, it wasn't because of people calling my job. But then once her chat started spamming her saying, oh, no, I bet you it was Gypsy's people. It was Bree and them. It was Bree and Sheena's, and they were calling your job. Then she leaned into it. Then she played into that. Then she let people think that that is what happened, which is what she is still doing to this day. She even has tried to say, I called her job. I don't know where Toddie works. I could give a crap less where Toddie works. I never called anybody's place of employment. Never done anything. I've never gone real life like that. But she lent that theory to look people to believe it for sympathy money. And she did. She got a lot of super chats. She was holding these live streams, making it sound as though, it was either me or the anti or the pro gypsy people that made her lose her job. And it's not true. Even I heard her today on a live stream talking about how the police are still looking into that. And I'm waiting on the audio. All I have is the transcripts. You mean to tell me that you have transcripts of when people called your work and that the police are looking into it? What are you talking about? She lost her job for her own behavior, but she grifted everybody in this community, in my opinion, to make them think that it was bad people that got her fired from her job. End of rant. Sorry.
You're good, homie. It's all good. Yeah, I would have to agree with you on that, sir. Like the amount of I look, I watched that live stream that she did talking about that, and the amount of boohoos and sob sap tears, it just I don't know. It just gave me grift vibes. Sorry.
No, I watched the story evolve in real time. She started off by saying, "Oh, I'm just having a hard time. Like I lost my job. No, it wasn't because of this." But then enough people told her, "Oh no, it was because of this." And she's like, "Yeah, it was because of that." It's ridiculous.
Sorry about that. Real quick, Becca, before I know this is going to happen. Rebecca, before Toddie goes live tomorrow morning at the butt crack of dawn, or before she makes any of her goofy videos and releases anywhere between 6 to 1,000 videos tomorrow, I want to go ahead and give the floor to you, and I want you say whatever you like, ma'am. You say whatever comes to your heart. This is your time to get whatever you would like to get off of your chest, and don't feel like you're, hurting anyone's feelings because you want my personal opinion. Fuck everyone else's feelings. Okay? So, ma'am, this is your time. Say whatever you like. The floor is yours.
Thank you. So, I guess, I'm going to address Toddie because I know she's watching this or has somebody watching it. But Toddie, we said we weren't going to do this. And all I said was you were going to be on Facebook more. And here we are, you're talking and making fun of me and saying I may have a DUI. You never looked me up. And I welcome you to do that. You're not going to find much about me. I'm quite boring, actually. But I want to say this to you, Toddie. This shit better stop today, okay? Because I'm a little unpredictable. And I can see myself renting a Ford F-250 and backing it up to your travel trailer and parking you in a field in Kansas while you're sleeping. Keep fucking with me because you know what? You don't know this side of me. I'm not a little wimp. And if you want to keep going, I'll keep going. You can show all the receipts you want. You can wipe your ass with them. I am not going to sit back and let you do this to me. It stops here or we will have issues with Toddie One Skip. That's all. So the ball's in your court, Toddie. And Rebecca, as far as Milk, Honey, and Mayhem goes, you want to be really careful around your friend Toddie, okay? Because she's only using you because of all the bad shit going on with everybody else. She needs you. And that's why she wanted you back in the picture. So just keep that in mind.
Rebecca, if you don't mind me asking, I just wanted your prediction because I want see your prediction, then I'll give you my prediction. Then I would love to hear Ghost's prediction. But how do you think that Toddie is going to respond to this?
She's going to talk more shit about me. I mean, who knows? Anything's possible. But you guys know, like, if you Google my name, my whole life is out there for the last how many years. I hold nothing back. My whole life story is out there. So I don't know what she's going to dig up. There's nothing.
Yeah, I agree with you. She's going to talk shit. She's going to deflect, not take accountability or ownership of anything that she has said or done. And
Right.
That's her, pattern. That's what she's going to continue to do. But dude, it's like, listen, I don't care about Toddie anymore. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't, man. I don't think anybody even really watches her. I really don't. But I wanted to come up here today because you do not deserve what happened to you. I feel as though that you were taken advantage of and that you were exploited. I've seen her do this to countless people. You have been through enough. And my heart goes out to you. You suffered 2 losses in a row, and your heart's in the right place. You seem like a very good person, and you've actually tried to, turn a tragedy into a positive, and unfortunately, you got mixed up with the wrong person. And I am so sorry that happened to you. And I just want to let you know that, look, you have a lot of support. You do. And don't worry about what she's going to do, what she's going to say. She it's a dying channel that she has. People don't listen to her. They don't believe in her. She pulled the wool over a lot of people's eyes. I think initially when she came on, when people started subbing to her, they fell for the old cool hippie, act that she does. But it's all a lie. She's always mixed up in drama. And but again, don't let it get to you. Just keep being a good person. My heart goes out to you for the losses that you have suffered. And we're all going to sub to you, promote your channel, and just don't worry about the rest of it.
Yeah, I appreciate that. And, I'm not really concerned. I know what she's going to do because I've seen her do it before, and I'm prepared for that. And when I say I'm prepared, I don't have to watch, and I probably won't. I'll hear about it from other people. I don't even know that I'll comment on anything else she does. But she should just be very cautious of what she does, and I can make life miserable for her. I just like she claims to go to the police department and
Right.
she's filing this and filing this. Well,
Yeah.
maybe,
Yeah.
maybe that's what might happen if I feel she's harassing me. I mean, to say that I might have a DUI, I think that's a very,
Even if you did, so what?
but to say that about somebody, you don't say that. I mean,
I had a DUI when I was 27.
yeah. And I mean, I don't. If I did, you guys would all know about it because I would have already talked about it on, my channel or somewhere. I mean, it would have already been out.
I mean, that's just disgusting. That's disgusting for her to say that when you really think about it in the grand scheme of things. Like, even if you did have a DUI, who the frick cares?
Right.
What does that have to do with anything? How does that negate the losses that your family has suffered? How does that negate your current sobriety? What does that have to do with anything? It's a cheap shot. It's what it is. And it's but that's what Toddie does. She goes off of emails that she gets from random like-minded people that don't look into anything, don't do any real research on it. They just spout rumors and conspiracies, throw anything against the wall, hoping something will stick. It has, even if you did, who cares? It shows more about her than anything it says about you.
Right. There's so many things that I forgot to mention, and some of them are coming back to me, but she made a lot of she was just kind of mocking me and like, oh, Rebecca will claim she doesn't remember this or whatever. and that's kind of, I take offense to that because there are a lot of things I don't remember. And, that's part of what my issue is. And, for her to mock me in that way, as if I'm making it up when I say I can't remember something. I mean, I'm being honest. If I say I don't remember it, it's because I don't remember it. I mean, I can tell you guys, I get in my car to go somewhere and I get in the car and I'm like, I forget, what did I get in the car? Where am I going? It happens. I have an issue, and for her to make fun of me, I think that's pretty fucked up. And for her followers not to call her out on it, I think that's even more fucked up.
That's what you got to understand. And that's something I've had to come to terms with watching like stupid shit online, is that at a certain point you just have to understand that there's gonna be people that, no matter how deplorable the person is on the other end of it, there's always going to be people that support them, even if it's only a few. But it's just how the internet is. Again, her channel is dying a slow death. Don't worry about her. I don't give a shit about Toddie. But this is important. I'm glad Ghost brought you up, and because you were wronged, and I'm glad that you trusted him enough to come up here and share your story, because you were wronged and you don't deserve any of this. And hopefully she knows this is a battle she's not going to win, and doesn't come at you any further. If I had to guess, she'll probably just come after me or Ghost if she's smart, but who knows with her.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure I haven't heard, the last of from her.
Well, let me go ahead and put this on record in saying that Toddie has been known, obviously, to go after. She's misdoxed people before. We know the story. We know the story with Gertie. Also, this is to Gertie as well. Gertie, email me if you'd like to join a panel. I know you've got a lot going on. We can set a time up. I'm sure everyone would love to hear your story. There's a lot of people out there that hasn't heard your story either. So please feel free to reach out to me. Becca, I honestly, I can't tell you how privileged I feel that you did tell me, a little bit about your story and everything, kind of surrounding the whole Toddie verse thing and everything like that. It means a lot to me. It really does. And I hope, and like I said, I'm going to go ahead and put this on record. I hope that Toddie realizes that going after you is a extremely bad look, and I'll just leave it at that. But I will say, if she does decide to go after you, you won't be fighting a battle on your own. I can tell you that.
Thank you. I do appreciate that.
You've really had an overwhelming amount of support in the chat. I've been reading comments this evening, and people absolutely they really are connecting with you, and they really I think you're going to see an overwhelming amount of subscribers to your channel very soon.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I hope that is a way for you to get your story out further.
Yeah, exactly. 100%. Yeah. I mean, you didn't know any better. You were just trying to get the story out. You fell into the wrong person's hands, like in regards to, trying to get the information out there. Numbers don't always equate to respect or, I mean, you know what I mean? Like, she's not somebody that's known for really doing research or like getting the facts right when it comes to literally anything. But, but what we aren't going to stand for is just blatant, just harassing and putting out false information about people because she has a falling out and whatnot. Enough is enough of that shit.
Real quick, Rebecca, I've got a good friend of mine in the backstage that I'd like you to meet. Everyone, if you could, please put your hands together for a good friend of mine, Mr. I'll call him Lightning Viper. Mr. Lightning Viper. What up, Viper?
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. How is everybody doing today?
Okay, seriously, Tube Socks Tuesday? Are we serious right now?
What? It is Tuesday.
It is.
What? Okay, all right. I'll let that slide.
What? It's Tuesday, man.
I'll let that slide because I got my gripper socks on. I got my hospital gripper socks.
If you must, just in case you don't know, Rebecca, the case has me contractually obligated to mail a package of tube socks, 12 count, I might add, every Tuesday.
Yeah.
Part of
Nice.
the
That's on the way home. You'll get that on the way home.
part of my penance. I was listening to most of what you're saying, and hey, you know what? You're a very strong lady. Keep to the path. Don't focus too much on the naysayers. There are unfortunately predators who feed off of pain on this platform. They're never going to go until YouTube is obligated by sheer force to protect content creators and or subs. Right now, they're not in a position where they feel like they're obligated to protect people, unfortunately, which is why people like Toddie and others exist on this platform, unfortunately. So, however, you have a good gang of people here that will support you, and this is coming from a survivor myself. These people have been promoting my story and my book and my information, and the community as a whole has been part of my journey over the last 10 years or so. So there is a light at the end of the tunnel. You just have to focus on that light.
Right.
Absolutely, yeah. And Viper, I mean, and I don't, you probably don't know Viper, but he's written a book. I mean, this guy, he's in this for the right reasons. He knows what he's talking about. He's a very, very bright guy, and he when he tells you like, yeah, don't focus on the naysayers. He knows what he's talking about. He tells me that all the time, like all the time. He's telling me like, dude, yeah, just chill, man. Like when you start talking about this or that, you're like, just focus on you and the message that you want to get out. And he's completely right when he says that.
Right. Sometimes it's hard not to respond or focus on the negative.
I get that 100%, and that is the entire point of what they do. It's Toddie today, tomorrow it could be Scotty, the next day it could be Frankie, the next day it could be Tanya. They don't want you getting your story out because that's empowering, it's healing, it's helpful. See, so it takes away from them. There are what I've dubbed, and Ghost I think has picked up on, is there are agents of chaos on this platform, on Twitch, on Twitter, on Ustream, on all these different platforms. There are agents of chaos. Their only purpose in life is to inflict as much emotional and psychological trauma, and in some cases real life trauma when they do the swatting and the CPS calls on you as possible, because for a brief moment that you're hurting from them, they feel alive, and it's the only way that they can feel alive. And I come with many years of experience on this platform. I've been on both sides of it. I've been a troll. I've been a dick. I've been an asshole. I'm still somewhat of an asshole for the most part, for the right reasons, I like to believe. But the goal is for you to come off of your message so that you become just another cog in a wheel of chaos and pain. And before you know it, you're so engrossed into it that you forget what your original purpose was. And that's their goal. And your original purpose is not just your story, ma'am. Your story is a journey to recovering from something tragic.
Right.
It's extremely empowering. And you know what that does to agents of chaos who they make money off of pain and suffering? It takes away from them.
Right.
So they have to create that with you now, because that's the only way they're going to make money. There are some people on here who strictly are on here just for money. They're all about the clicks and the views. You're here for a journey, and you have many new people that want to be part of that journey. They're legitimate people who are here to embrace you, uplift you, and support you. And as long as you focus on that, whenever you feel bad, I want you to just take out a journal and write down those bad feelings. All right. But then when you go live, you talk about you.
Right.
That takes their power away.
Or
that
even
from them.
I don't mean to interrupt, Rebecca, but I'm more than willing to give you my personal number, and you reach out. If you feel like you need to rage live, text me, call me. I'm more than willing to be an ear for you to get that off your chest. So that way, a very, very, very special person to me once told me that give it 24 hours. If you still feel the same after 24 hours, then go live. But before you do that, get a hold of me. I'm more than willing to listen and say, I understand you're upset, but this just it's takes away from you. I'm more than willing to do that.
Right. I appreciate that.
The
my
Padawan.
thing.
That's the Padawan. He's become the Jedi now.
Indeed.
My plan is to, especially my Tuesday talks about addiction, I want to make that bigger and better because I know that will make her nuts. It'll drive her crazy. And that's my goal, not to drive her crazy. I mean, I'm okay with that too. But if that show, if I start getting more viewers on that, that's going to bother her. And then, I'll be there helping other people, but also pissing her off at the same time. So, that's my goal to make that show, to really make it bigger and better. And, just do better than what I was doing on Mondays with her.
I think
you're already on the right path.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was getting ready to say. Just by stepping away and saying that I can do this and I can be better, you're already going in the right direction. I am more than happy to support your Tuesday live streams. Message me and tell me I've set it up. I'm more than happy to share you out. I'll share you out in the
too.
Discord.
I mean, I'm a small channel, but I'll share you out.
Thank
Viper
you.
has more. He's not a small channel. Don't let him lie to you. He's got like over 6,000 subs, and he's like, I'm a small channel. He's lying. He's got a good sized channel. I'm sure Case is more than willing to support the cause. Like, we're all more than willing to give you that solid base that you need to grow and expand into, an absolutely amazing channel where people can come and they can learn from others' experiences and they can heal. That I think at the end of the day, I think that's what we all want to see is people heal.
Right.
I'm gonna drop my email, Rebecca, in the chat here, and you can email me some stuff about your life and your channel, and I will create you a nice little intro theme song for you to play.
Oh wow! Thank you.
I'm all right at it. It's under RV Charity Drive because that's my other channel. But I do I take bits and pieces and I try to fashion a good song that fits for you and things like that. I'm all right with it.
You should definitely reach out to him, Rebecca. Yeah, you can't go wrong reaching out to this guy. And guys, I gotta excuse myself, unfortunately, but excuse me. Thank you, Ghost, as always, and for having me up.
Did Amazon show up?
Shut up, you. No, but Rebecca, it was really great to hear from you and share all this. And I just want to say one thing as I'm leaving, one little final point as I go out. Toddie, stop doxing people. Stop looking into people's past. Stop filing unnecessary police reports. Just, maybe just for once take accountability. I'm just going to throw that out there. Be like, hey, you know what? I got this. I shouldn't have done this, and I'm gonna take it on the chin and apologize to people. But stop doxing people. Stop looking and trying to find people's personal information. Stop posting photos of people in their hospice beds. Just stop doing stuff like that. That's all. And
Well
that's
stated,
it.
my friend. Very well
That's all.
stated, my friend. Thank you.
That's
Thank
all.
you. Before you go, thank you. I appreciate you for coming up here. I hope you got some of the questions that you needed, kind of answered. But yeah,
For sure.
thanks. I appreciate you, Case. For
All
real.
right. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.
Um,
All right. Talk
I
soon.
appreciate all of you for giving me, your time tonight. I'm sure there were other things you could be covering, but I do appreciate you taking the time to let me be here, and for the support. I appreciate it. And, I know that, I'm not as into YouTube as most of you. And I just don't, like I said, I don't have the mind for it. I can't be here all the time, but I have an interest, and it helps knowing that you have people willing to help and support, and I appreciate all of you. So thank you.
Hey, real quick, Rebecca, if you would please, a little shameless self-promotion. You said you go live on Tuesdays, correct?
Right. Yes.
What time on Tuesdays?
10 a.m.
10 a.m. So you guys, 10 a.m. on Tuesdays. Is that just keep an eye. If you guys, when you go over to the channel and sub up, okay? When you hit the sub button, right? You click on that little arrow down and it'll actually bring up a couple little options, and you just hit the bell. So that way, whenever Rebecca makes a live stream, you guys can just automatically see it. You get the notification. Okay. So awesome. I look forward to I'll make sure I take personal time out next Tuesday to come in and tell you hi and see how you're doing. And I'm sure many others. I'm sure you're going to see a lot of familiar faces that you see in chat there Tuesday as well.
Great.
I really do look forward to supporting you more, Rebecca. I do appreciate you having the courage to just come up here and tell us, just tell us some stuff. You know what I'm saying? You're always, and I mean this full-heartedly, you are always more than welcome on this panel. I don't care if I'm talking about Gypsy Rose and you're bored. If you want to come up just to sit on panel and talk crap, please feel free to come up on panel. You're always welcome here.
Or Rebecca, you could come up and play your favorite Creed song. It's something that Ghost really appreciates. He appreciates somebody that has the forte
He's
and
lying.
the
Don't believe
tenacity
you, Rebecca.
to really enjoy a good music group and stuff like that.
He's lying, Rebecca. Don't believe him.
I put a song in the side chat for you to play on your out, which Rebecca, you should listen to. This is about how people like to use your past as a weapon. Just to give you an idea of what I can do with music and things like that. I'm writing it. I'm putting all the instruments in and stuff like that, but it's AI singing because I don't want to hurt your ears.
I'll listen to it definitely, but thank you, everyone, for everything. I appreciate you all so much.
For sure. Rebecca, we don't want to take up any more of your time. Again, I just want to thank you so much, literally from the bottom of my heart, for coming up here and telling us a little bit about your story. Like I said, at any one point in time, if we need to revisit, I think you know what I'm saying. We will revisit. And like I said, any more bullying or harassment, quote unquote, that comes your way, you've got a lot of people that support you now, and a lot of people that are willing to stand up for you and say, no, that's not right. That's not going to happen. So thank you. Literally from the bottom. And like I said, I will give you my personal number and email. I'll email you later on tonight or tomorrow morning. Like I said, if you ever feel like popping off, trust me, girl, I know how it feels. Just get a hold of me. I'm more than willing to just talk. And if you still feel like it, fuck it, you do it.
Do it with support.
Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you. Thank you. Yep. Everyone have a good night.
You too, man.
You
Be
as
safe.
well, Rebecca. You as well.
Thank you.
Well. I appreciate you. Bye. What up, Bipper? How you doing? Doing good?
What's up, Creed lover?
Yeah, just doing my thing.
So as you're probably aware, I met up with met up with a couple of awesome ladies the other day.
Oh, that's right. How did that go?
It went extremely well. Aunt Kathy and Shannon spent the day picking on me, teasing me, tormenting me about skunks, while my wife sat by and watched and let it happen. That was nice. That mayo barbecue fire was fun. Yes, it is. That shit is delicious, Stinky Bug. Yes,
I would love to meet
then
Kathy. I'm not even gonna lie.
I'm telling you, she is what you would picture. A sweet, wonderful lady. Just full of piss and vinegar, love. She's a hugger. Not much of a hugger. Not much of a hugger, but I let it go for that day. And we ate, we talked, we broke bread, we shared wonderful family stories, and like we all had our families with us. So it was an overwhelmingly great experience. And she is, people like to make karma jokes on this platform, or they like to talk about how friends end with end, blah, blah, blah. My philosophy is this: the goal of people on this platform, if you truly want to make friends, the goal is to take that friend and turn them into family. That's really what we should be doing on this platform. If you cannot look at a person who is your friend and consider them as members of your family, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know why you're doing it. And that I'm excited to say that Shannon's obviously been family for years, but Aunt Kathy was just immediately that's my grandma. That's my grandma, and that's obviously my wife's partner in crime. But it's
wait. Does that mean? I mean, I look at you as like the brother I never had, right? So does that mean like
now you're
my
getting
grandma
it.
Too?
Yes. See, now you're getting it.
Aunt C, you're my grandma. You're grand Aunt C. Woo!
Like the things we say and do on the platform are very different than this is a show. Right. Like, we're passionate about the things we're talking about, and we may speak differently on a platform than we would in person. I mean, we didn't even really talk about, I don't think we talked about YouTube really at all. It was just a bunch of focus on just the great blessings that each of us are having in our lives by having these people in our lives, really. Now, I will say she did get some of my wife's homemade bread and English muffins. Apparently, I won't be getting them back. So, yeah. But it was just they are amazing people, and I think that that's an important kind of transposition to make on social media. It's like people are nervous to meet up because they're like, what if this person's not as nice as I think they are. She is 100% exactly how she portrays herself. She's very kind, very sweet,
genuine.
Yeah, genuine, real. Yeah. And I feel blessed that she's in the lives of our family, and she enhances it. And I think that that's something that we should look for in the people that we let in our lives. They should enhance our lives and not subtract from it. And I can safely say that she enhances my life. So when we came back to some of the BS that we saw on the platform, I just had to shake my head. It's like, we're sitting here enjoying our lives and sharing, family and life and
making memories.
And we're living in the heads of people that have absolutely nothing. So at the end of the day, we win twice. We got to have time and spend time like family, and we won because it's just worth more. Just saying.
Gam Kathy said, "Quit it. You're going to make her cry."
Oh yeah. First she's telling my wife, and she screenshotted me yelling at her in your chat and sent it to my wife.
That's hilarious.
Those two. But I think that her, Nancy, and Shannon need to do a panel stream.
Yes. Oh my God, that'd be the It might break YouTube. I'm going to be honest with you.
I think it should be called Just a Deer and Two Cows.
Or 3 chicks in a panel. Huh? Wait,
Oh,
no.
there you go.
Never mind.
I think it would be great to see these ladies, because I mean, they share their love is infectious. You know what I'm saying?
I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that.
And it's unfiltered love. Like they genuinely, if Shannon says she loves you, and that's why sometimes when things go wrong, it hurts, like emotionally and physically. But like when Aunt Kathy says I love you, she loves you. When Nancy says she loves you, she loves you. So
Yeah, I can agree with you there.
Aunt Kathy wants to call it two cows and a deer. So the inside joke to that is Aunt Kathy and Nancy, about midway through lunch, came back into the restaurant dressed as cows, complete with cow masks, as they presented Shannon with a complete deer costume.
No. Oh my god.
And as they're passing the kids in the buffet line, one of the kids said, "Look, Ma, it's cows."
What did you do?
I hid in the line to go pay for the food.
Smart. That's a smart man right there. You see what I'm saying? This man knows exactly what experience is.
Yeah.
Smart move, my friend. Smart move. Kudos to you.
But like I said, I mean, and we're getting together this tour a little after summer anyway, you and I and the other families.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just the ability to just be able to meet people and travel and affect people's lives and just really enhance people, which again is more rewarding to me than any of the crap that we do online.
Facts. I couldn't agree with you more.
I was I'm very excited for the next meetups for people. I definitely believe Aunt Kathy and Shannon and I are going to probably do a camping thing for a week sometime. It's just, I mean, dude, I was completely relaxed. Like it was like the first time I met her, but like I've known her. It felt like I've known this woman for years. That's how easy it was. It was just, I can't get over it. It was just easy and fun.
Dude, honestly, with Gam Kathy, I can see that though. Like she seems like a very, I don't know, just an easy person to get along with.
Her husband's awesome too. Wait till you meet him. He's just so nice. Freaking, yeah. I mean, good Lord, everybody in that family and Shannon's family, like both her daughters came, aka Andrew's future wife.
How'd that go? I bet that was
he was
interesting.
Bubbling with joy.
I bet his face probably stayed like beet red.
He sat next to her the whole time.
Oh
he was not. Yeah, he was not leaving her side.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, and they brought each other gifts. It was pretty cool.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah, he got her jewelry and clothes. He's a smart kid. He knew what he was doing.
Yeah, he's a good kid. He really is. That's a good kid.
But other than that, man, like the case is going good. It looks like we're probably gonna sit down with the settlement team sometime in November. Waiting for the rest of the documents to be signed. So that's going good. And then our family just has a lot of goals in life that we're gonna try to better other lives with, because I mean, really, that's, you take blood money, you got to take it and do good with it.
Facts. I mean, that's a way to put it, I guess.
Yeah, to me, it's blood money. It's blood money to make a problem go away. So we got to do some fundamental things with it that woefully improve the lives of survivors and victims.
Get some good out of it. I see. Yeah, I totally get that. I mean, that's what makes you the person you are, Angelo. I'm going to be honest with you.
No,
Yeah.
my wife makes me the person I am, and my faith.
She helps. She helps. She's
yeah.
a big. Okay, I'll give her like 98% credit because
Yeah,
know, I'm
98
sure
is good.
2% of you. Yeah. I don't want to get yelled at either. So no, I'm just playing. No, she is. I agree. She's a very. You have a very very good woman standing behind you. To support you.
Kathy says, I have to make my husband hear all the nice things about his wife. I was bragging about you when I was sitting outside with him.
That's great. Yeah, I can't wait for that. That'll be fun.
It was awesome. Yes, Kathy, as a whole weekend. Hold on, I have to say it softly, like I'm not shouting. Yes, Kathy, we can do anything.
Oh, that's true. If I start shouting, I'll get recorded, and then I'm an asshole.
Yeah. Kathy will be taking screenshots and recordings, sending it to my wife, and then I'll get in trouble with my wife for yelling at her best friend.
Hey Viper, I got a quick question for you. Have you signed this petition yet?
Cancel Gypsy Rose? I haven't seen that.
Yeah. I think if you could do me a favor when you get a second, I know you're a busy man and all, but if you could get a second, Misbehaving has an amazing petition going around. It's basically to cancel Gypsy Rose and get her off of the platforms.
How do I sign it?
If you just click on that link, it pretty much just takes you right there.
No, it says request access to edit.
I don't know, just request access then. Wait, this is the right one I thought.
Signed. This is the editable document.
Yeah, there you go. You got it.
What,
there you go, Misbehaving. I got you another one.
What happened? Oh, there it is. Let me try that one. No, this is the same thing. Oh, petition link. Hold on. Let's see. Now I got it. It's in the document. All right.
Nailed it.
Yeah. Private supporter. No, hell no. I want my full name on there.
I want them to. I think I put my full name on there too. I ain't give a shit.
Angelo Stevens. That's Stevens. Why is it important to me? Because murderers should never make profit off their crimes. There we go. Confirm. And I'll caveat that with fuck you, Gypsy Rose. There we go.
Perfect.
All right.
Perfect.
Yes. That'd be the goal on Kathy. We need to do a nice big get together with some just amazing people.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna get we're gonna get something worked out and get something put together. That'll be so much fun. So
all right, I'm gonna hop down so you can do your ending fun stuff.
Yeah,
always
for sure.
A pleasure. Rebecca, stay strong, and like I said, you got my email. Email me. Talk to Ghost whenever you feel like you need to go rogue. Bring some support with you. That's all. All right, peace out, everybody. Have a great night. Love you, Aunt Kathy. Love you, Shannon. Love you, Ghost. Love you, Peachy. Love you all in the side chat. Unless you're a dick, then I hate you. Bye.
Later, homie. I appreciate you, brother. All right, guys. Let's see. Let's just go over here, do a couple things, and we'll get to some things. So this is where we're going to go after the live's done. If you guys could go over there and let Patrick know I sent you guys over there, let him know he got a ghost raid. I'd appreciate it. Link is in the chat. Let's talk about that real quick. Toddie, I see what you're trying to do with Patrick Rourke, and I'm absolutely 1,000% not going to let that happen either. You cannot use Patrick Rourke to boost your channel. Okay? As a matter of fact, I'll make sure that doesn't happen. You can simp for whoever you want, and just like we seen tonight, okay? Just like we seen this evening, that you'll say and do anything to snuggle up next to somebody to get what kind of information, just like what I did, Toddie. I friend trolled you and got information I needed, and then I bounced because you couldn't stop raging. So I'll make sure Patrick understands exactly who you are. Okay? Other than that, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate each and every one of you for being respectful tonight. Let me get some thank yous done to everybody that donated tonight. Thank you, A1. I appreciate you for being a member for freaking ever. Thank you, Manda, just for stopping in. We appreciate you. Aunt Kathy, I cannot thank you enough for all those Evil Ghost memberships. You are absolutely, you're the GOAT tonight. Aunt Kathy won the GOAT membership tonight. She's the best. Appreciate you, Aunt Kathy. Can't say enough things about you, and I look forward to meeting up. I really do. Thank you so much, 360. I appreciate you so much. As always, Pippa, thank you for that $10. I appreciate you. Great points, Case and Ghost. I knew we'd find out something more terrible today from sweet Rebecca. Yes, shout out to Rebecca again. You guys, channel link to Rebecca is at the bottom of the chat. I'll say it again at the end. Again, thank you to Jupiter. Thank you so much. Only thing people care about is that Toddie won skip exploiting and harassing people. Yeah, we don't really care about your commentary about, the Cirillo case or anything like that. Let me see here. What do I want to play for you guys? Here, you know what? Thank you to everybody for donating. Let me play this real quick for you guys, and then I got a couple more things to say, and then we're getting the hell out of here.
On the run, because I opened my mouth when I should not have. Evil Ghost gave me a chance to clear my name, but like a fool, I hid. Now here I am doing what I do best, sell lies. Lies, I say.
Lie, lie, lie. All I do is lie. I couldn't tell the truth, even if I tried. Lie, lie, lie. All I do is lie. I couldn't tell the truth, even if I tried.
So real quick, if you guys would like to know more or like to learn more about Rebecca's story, there are a couple links pinned in, a couple links being dropped in chat right now. Guys, please go educate yourself on Rebecca's story. Rebecca told me today in email, and my heart literally broke for the woman. I don't understand how. I can't even begin to fathom what she went through. My heart literally pours out to her. Crazy, absolutely crazy. What up, Barb? Barb said hi to me today in cases. I was just. I hope you're doing good, Barb. I hope those burgers are good too. That does sound good. So anyway, Rebecca's link is pinned in your chat. Please, guys, go sub up to Rebecca. Go show Rebecca support. Go let Rebecca know that regardless of what Toddie does or says, that we have her back. I know you guys will show up and show out. That's what you guys do. That's what we're famous for, right? That's what we do around here. Anyway, guys, I appreciate each and every single one of you this evening. Thank you guys for being respectful in chat. That means a lot to me and a lot to Rebecca as well. Again, thank you, Case, for helping me host the show. As always, I appreciate you, brother. Other than that, is there anything else we can say? Nothing else? I think that's pretty much it, right? All right, guys. Appreciate you. Got some going out music. We're all heading over here. We're going to let Toddie know that Ghost Gang shows up and shows out. So if you go over there, that's Patrick Rourke. He's part of the Whitaker community. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. If you guys could please go over there and let Patrick know that I send a little ghost raid his way. Go sub up over there, too. If you would, please. I'd appreciate it, and I'm sure Patrick would appreciate it. Who knows? Maybe we'll have a little interview with Patrick. You never know. You never know. We'll see what we can get done here. Other than that, guys, thank you so much. It's been a very good show, and I can't, like I said, guys, I really can't thank you enough for being respectful to Rebecca tonight, and I look forward to seeing y'all again. All right, so let's share this. So we're going to share this, and then you know what we're going to do? We're going to get the hell out of here. So y'all, thank you. I appreciate you. And I'll see you guys real soon. We out.
The world keeps shouting, choose a side, be angry, be offended, be louder than the next voice. But what if the greatest victory is changing yourself? You don't have to chase the bare minimum or beg for love that's paper thin. What's meant for you should freely flow, not leave you wondering where to go. Never settle for borrowed peace or change the skies to sweet release. Your value isn't theirs to weigh. Stand in your truth and walk away. I'm choosing peace, I'm choosing grace. Not every battle deserves my place. The power lives inside my soul, not in a crowd that needs control. I'll rise today, I'll rise again. The strongest victory begins within. The world's addicted to outrage now. Every headline takes another bow. He said, she said, they did, we knew. But truth gets buried beneath the view. Facts are bent to fit a frame. Everybody's searching for someone to blame. Half the story fills the screen, while truth hides somewhere in between. You say you won't change because they won't. Think about that for a while. You're handing them the keys to you while wearing someone else's smile. Real change never waits for crowds or loud applause that's screaming loud. Healing starts inside one heart. That's where every future starts. I'm choosing peace, I'm choosing life. Walking forward through the night. I won't surrender who I am to satisfy another plan. I'll stand alone if that's what's true, because real change begins with you. Disguised as a righteous flame, but freedom grows when courage speaks, not when everyone agrees. Strength isn't found inside the noise, it's found within deliberate choice. The mirror asks just one request: become tomorrow's better self. Some chase clicks and empty praise, some stay trapped in yesterday. But every sunrise gives us room to leave behind our old wounds. Forgiveness isn't being weak, it's finding strength we couldn't see. Mercy breaks the heaviest chain. Love outlives resentment's reign. So let them speak if they must speak. Truth doesn't tremble when it's meek. Keep your kindness, guard your soul. Don't let bitterness take control. The greatest freedom we can claim is changing without fear or shame. No crowd can own the path you choose unless you willingly hand them the shoes. I'm choosing peace, I'm choosing grace. No angry crowd can take my place. My healing isn't theirs to own. future's built on stronger stone. I'll keep growing. I'll keep believing. Because change is living. Change is healing. Change is healing. Change is revealing. And the power has always lived within me. And the power lies within you too. Don't let the world decide who you become. Choose truth. Choose growth. Choose peace. And never stop becoming